man. So many funny things said before you press
I
record
know
that
that's
nobody will ever know about.
I wonder what they talk about. Do you guys know anyone that could take care of my dog? Next call.
there's
Oh,
probably two people that are like, I wish I could hear what they're saying. And
The
everyone else
gold.
doesn't give a shit. Even with us talking about it, they don't give a shit.
I think people are mostly aware that there's very little put on at this point when we hit record.
the
I'm
only
not
thing
wearing
said
pants.
right before we hit record are literally said just because they are literally the first things we are saying in the morning. Like there are times where I talk to no other human and you guys say
Yeah.
hello and I'm like, hello.
Yeah.
We warm it up a little bit and then we go.
That's all right. Guys, I have 6,665 emails unread in my
I can't, dude. That is anxiety for me. That number that you have there, I just
Yeah.
can't.
But
Do
just but like 95% of it is like bullshit.
How
that
many do you
means
have now?
you have 5% of opportunities in there, Steve. You have 5%
No
of
way,
life.
man. There's no way.
How many do you
There's
have
no
now?
way. Oh shit. Are you just Oh I watched it change in real time. 6,666
You're
emails.
welcome.
Ah, I'm gonna die today. Ah, the devil's gonna get me while I'm driving.
What is happening?
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes. I think it starts with your show.
The devil's gonna get me. I'm scared. It's the devil number, Joe.
Oh, it was part of the devil number. It's not fully the devil number.
Well, 6,666. That's the devil number 6,000 times.
It's the super beast.
It is. It's the one that after the whole building crushes him, he comes out of it and he's super devil. That's an old man reference. What do you got there, Elliott?
I'm sick of not fact checking you guys.
Ah,
Let's see if you can find anything about the super devil in there. Dude, this is crazy. Life is crazy, man. I hate how
funny. Like imagine the devil happened upon like the meteor. It gave him superpowers.
Yeah.
He happened to like
that could be a comic book character,
Super
maybe.
Devil?
Super
Yeah, dude.
devil.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the devil got bit by a spider.
Radioactive the devil was at a museum with his friends. Dude, I had this idea for a show or some kind of Adult Swim show, and it was like, bear with me here. It would open with like a granny telling kids like a story. Like every episode would open that way.
Okay.
But the granny would be played by Bob Odenkirk.
I love it. I really do love it. I'm not even being fishy.
Right? And I know, I would love it. I want to see it so bad. And then, but the stories are little adventures of the devil.
Oh, fun.
So
Didn't he do that with Danny DeVito? Didn't he do that?
what are you talking about?
Danny DeVito did a thing where he played an animated devil. I'm just here to throw wrenches into the.
It should be in that book that you were reading, Elliot.
Danny. Well, I skipped it. Oh, Danny DeVito devil.
But it doesn't matter how close that is to the idea I had. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's kind of like came and went.
Little demon.
There you go.
Little demon, just a little demon.
Oh, it looks like Rick and Morty kind of.
Yeah,
Wow, 2022.
but you're doing different. It's a different thing.
It says something 13 years after being impregnated by Satan, Laura and her Antichrist daughter, Chrissy, attempt to live an ordinary life in Delaware, but are constantly overwhelmed by monstrous forces, including Satan, who wants custody of Chrissy's soul.
This sounds like in 2015 to 2020, Disney went and like took a lot of inspiration from like Adventure Time and Comedy Central. And they did a lot of cool things like Gravity Falls and like Star versus the Forces of Evil. Like they did a lot of like kind of not very Disney feeling shows, and this feels like something that Disney would have done during that time.
What's the
Disney
one?
XD times.
Yeah. Well, because what's the Steven Universe stuff is beyond that. Like that's not quite the same.
I would say that's the same
That goes in the same category.
same bucket, but it's not Disney. That's or Cartoon Network.
Because I remember, because there was like a time, like even now, it feels like there's some kind of what's that cartoon, and it's like adults like it, but it's more aimed towards kids. It's got an Adventure Time kind of vibe, but it's like demons or something, or like, and they sing.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. That's the Netflix one. I forget what it's called.
You know what I'm talking about? Like people really like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all I
Big
know is
mouth.
that because it's finally happened, you have to give Elliott your crown because he knows more about pop culture than you now. So
Yeah.
take a seat, Steve.
Shit, I'm
Forever.
fucked. I'm fucked.
You
Yep.
suck.
You suck.
You know what though? Oh, Has Been Hotel.
That's it.
Yeah, that exactly. Totally knew that.
Shit, Elliott's always one step ahead of me. On
Always
pop
one
culture.
step ahead with the pop culture stuff.
But there was this like burst of like animation and TV shows, and yeah, Joe, I think Adventure Time maybe kicked that off.
Yep.
And then just suddenly all these fucking animated things came out, and I just can't keep track of it anymore. There's like Uncle Grandpa or some shit.
Yeah. I think
Gumball.
Gumball is so good. Great, just like that 2010 to 2020 run, golden age of really, really cool and creative cartoons across a bunch of networks.
And we also were a little old for Fairly Odd Parents, but that was like kind of a
Shut your dirty
beloved
mouth. No, we
thing.
weren't. Watched it all the time. I loved it.
Yeah, but
When
but
I did
you
my-
watched it because of kids being around.
Nope.
When I did my Nickelodeon commercial,
We'll
the
come back to that.
director who also directed Snow Day and a number of sitcoms, he was sitting with me at lunch, and he started talking to me about a company he's really into called Netflix, where they mail you DVDs. And he was like, I think they're going to be really big. And I was like, I'm a child and I'm going to use this money to buy a unicycle, which I did. But then he started talking about two new shows that they had coming out. He was like working on this thing called Invader Zim and Fairly Odd Parents. And we also think they're going to be pretty successful too. And it turns out that they were right.
Turns out that guy's really good at things.
Yeah.
Damn.
Chris
What happened to
Coach.
that guy? Is he still
I still see his name pop up. I'll be watching something like, it's fun.
That's cool.
But
I
that's
liked
just
Invader Zim.
part of what made me like a pop culture nut.
Yeah, dude. I see the crown. It's glistening on your head. I can
Thank
see
you.
Steve's hair because there's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? No crown on his head. Idiot.
How recently were y'all asleep?
Literally
Like
30 minutes.
25 minutes.
I would say there's some dedication here.
There's
Yeah.
probably some pillow lines that you can't.
Yeah.
really see somewhere.
I woke up,
Yeah,
babe,
man.
I gotta go podcast right now.
I do. I'm sorry. I did. I listen.
No, it's good. It's good.
I'm guilty because I asked if we could start the show a little earlier today because I'm gonna go see. It's another movie weekend, guys. It never
Ooh.
stops.
What are you
never
seeing?
Stops. Ugh. Well, there's actually two movies I want to see right now, but this one takes immediate precedence. It's the Phoenician scheme, the Phoenician scheme, the Phoenician, the Phoenician, the
Phoenix.
the Phoenician.
Like you think about directors that you could possibly work with someday and just have a lot of fun, even if it's a small little thing. He's got to be near the top because it's acting, but it's still quirky. It's a little over the top and grounded at the same. Gosh dang, I think it'd be so much fun.
I know, and like when you were a kid, or like a young adult, they'd ask you like, "What's a director you wish you could work with?" And everyone would be like, "Stanley Kubrick or Steven Spielberg or
Quentin Tarantino.
Scorsese.
yeah." But now it's like fucking Wes Anderson, Benny Safdie, like the Safdies.
Ooh, the Safdies would be fun.
Like I just want to have fun with weirdos and feel like because if I was hanging out with Spielberg, I'd be like, I have no idea what to fucking talk to this guy about.
I'm talking, just nothing's coming out. I'm just staring at it blankly.
Remember Jurassic Park? What was that like?
That was crazy.
What do you think of It's Fincher taking on Tarantino's script.
I know. I think it's really cool. I do think it's cool, but I'm like, but I have this weird, like, I keep, this is annoying, but I keep battling with the whole art versus artist thing, and like Brad Pitt is like on my shit list right now.
Yeah, I mean, he should be
I,
on everybody's shit
I
list.
know, and there's so many celebrities that should be on people's shit list.
Yeah,
And I'm like, but these are movies, and this is just, I struggle with separating the art from the artist
so
sometimes.
let's separate that artist from the rest of the art. If it wasn't Brad Pitt, would you be super excited for that movie?
Oh yeah, I'd be fucking all on board with it.
For those who don't know, this is like an extension of the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood universe. They're following Brad Pitt's character, but David fucking Fincher is directing it,
Cool.
and it's a Tarantino script, correct?
Tarantino script, yeah.
Ooh,
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Fuck me.
It's cool, man. It's been a minute since Tarantino has like written something and let someone else take it.
Yeah, dude,
I'm
True
actually
Romance.
I like Brad Pitt because I think I don't disagree with anything that he's done. I think I stand by all of it, and I think he's made good decisions.
Dude, he was an
He's
international
a pure
heir.
family man.
Anything can happen.
And Elliott is ahead of the curve on pop culture, so
And
he
I'm a little ahead of the
knows.
curve.
So he knows.
Oh,
he
so it's
kno-
free pass. We got one of
People
those
are going to
Elliott
stop
Morgan
being
free
mad at
passes.
him in about 4 hours.
No, it's not a free pass. It means that he should know better because he should know exactly why Brad Pitt is on our shit list.
Would you be more excited about the F1 movie if Brad Pitt wasn't in it, Steve?
Not really, no.
Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about.
I thought that movie came out already.
Me too. I thought it's
That
come out
movie
4 times.
is going to fucking explode the planet. You know
Oh,
that.
I can't
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
I cannot wait for that movie.
Because all the ladies want to go see some boys being boys, and all the boys want to see boys
Dude,
being boys.
people- I've never been
F1.
so unattached to something that is blowing up so hard. Like I have nothing to do with the world of F1. Have never cared.
I know.
Racing, going in circles
Dude.
or non-circles, just racing in general has never done it for me.
Yeah.
But F1 it's like when people talk about how soccer or football is the biggest thing in the world, and sometimes Americans are like, I don't know why. That's what this F1 thing's going on, but it's actually infiltrated America too. It's crazy.
If you watch one episode on Netflix, dude, you will be like hooked. It is that. They know
What's
what
on
they're doing.
Netflix?
It's this documentary they make where they follow the drivers and the teams around and the coaches, and it is like a peek into a society. It's like watching.
It's like a whole other
sports.
world.
Yeah, mixed with like the most aristocratic, richest,
Yeah.
millions upon millions of dollars
Yeah.
just thrown at these children.
Oh, excuse me. What's that? Yeah. No. It's confirmed. Yeah, that was 2 things in pop culture that Elliott knew that Steve had no fucking clue about. So we're
I
gonna
mean,
give him
where
a
do
second
we-
crown, and you're gonna punch it in the face. Sounds good. Yeah, great.
No,
Cool.
no.
I'm starting to feel like I'm in an F1 race because I'm blowing past you so fast, Steve.
No, because the sports stuff is not on my radar. So you can
Have
have
you-
that. You can
Yeah,
have the
he
knowledge.
confirmed it. He confirmed it. Give him the crown. Yeah. He confirmed it.
Steve, have you even watched the I get really condescending now. Steve, did you even watch Pee-wee as himself?
Did you even know that there's a Pee Wee documentary? I start scrambling and sweating. yeah, I knew. Fuck.
Click.
Yeah, he's
Where's my
clearly
friend?
Googling. He's clearly
Oh,
looking it up as we talk.
Owen, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me?
And then Owen just
yeah.
like slides into Elliott's frame,
Yes.
puts his
Smoking
I
a
got
cigarette.
I
inside.
got a new buddy now. He's way more excited about shit. No, I mean, like, yeah, man, the Pee Wee documentary is great. It's very tear jerky. I haven't
I don't
finished
mean
the
to-
second half though. The
It
second
gets real
episode.
tear jerky.
Yeah, I know.
Same. I did the yeah.
But I'm like, dude, the first one is incredible. It's like, cause it's a 2-part. It's like it's like 2 long episodes or whatever. The Pee Wee
Yeah.
one, and it's like Pee Wee shot like 40 hours of interview footage or something
Because that
before
was
he
40
died.
hours. It is
Yeah.
wonderful. The moment we turned it on, because I didn't grow up watching Pee Wee. We talked about this, and then I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, his story is like wild, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know a lot of that shit. Like, because his life was kept a secret for so long
Mhm.
because he just
I bet you
delved
Elliot
into
knew.
the.
Elliot knew. I bet you Elliot knew.
That's right, Steve. You are right, Steve.
You read Paul Rubens' biography like
He actually,
years ago.
yeah, he actually says,
No, but like, he kept the Pee-wee character completely separate from his real life, and it worked,
yeah,
like it totally worked because I didn't know shit about him. And as a matter of fact, had I known that his roots were so annoyingly like hipster and bohemian, like I
right.
probably would have felt a different way about Pee-wee.
Yeah, pure like kind of theater kid
Yeah, I mean,
artistry.
like you're such a theater kid that tried to like but it was a different time. It was like the
It was weird.
70s,
The cool
60s,
part,
70s.
one of the cool parts, was watching how much Sarasota is like a part of the story and
Oh,
both
interesting.
parts,
Yeah.
for different reasons. But like that's where my family is, and I was like, oh, Sarasota, man. And then it's like Sarasota is presented as this like circus town, and you're like, oh wow, that's cool. Florida's always been crazy. Nice.
Yeah, and his life growing up was like very interesting. Like
Yeah,
he had full support from his parents, like no matter what he did, and that lover that he had that like for years
yeah,
and years and years. It's like fucking crazy. You learn so much shit about Paul Rubens, and you're like, dude, he kept this stuff airtight.
yeah.
Impossible these days.
Impossible.
Unless you're Blippy, the modern day Pee Wee Herman.
Dude, I'm scared Blippy's gonna come after me.
Dude, the only thing that I make sure happens 100% anytime it comes up, it's like my life's mission. If some parent see them showing their kid Blippy, or they talk about their kid watching Blippy, I automatically go, "You've seen the video, right?" And then they go, "No, what are you talking about?" And I go, "I'm just going to show you." And then
No,
I show
you
them
don't. You're just at a playground standing
yeah,
up.
I give them
watching
no
your kids.
context, and I make goddamn sure they see the video every.
Don't look away.
time.
Don't look away.
Every time.
What are you talking about, Joe?
Dude, do you remember, Elliot? You don't
I guess
remember.
I just miss things every now and then. It's
No,
we're
you
just
remember.
inundated with so many.
You
Yeah,
remember.
well,
But maybe you don't
sorry.
remember.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, actually, yeah, you there? Yeah, it's confirmed. I knew something about pop culture that Elliot
Yeah,
forgot.
don't worry. No,
So
sir.
can you take that off of his marks?
Yeah, no, actually, we're not going to count this one against him.
Or you're
This
gonna
is
take his
so
crown away.
fringe. No, this is so fringe, and the person that we are discussing, I would contend, has no real merit in being part of pop culture. So this one doesn't count. Okay, goodbye.
But doesn't Blippy a big? Oh, Blippy's a big deal. So I feel like now I feel like there's
Is
a
it mostly
bias.
just cutting
I feel like
carbs,
there's a
though?
bias.
Or are
in
you
this.
doing? Is it?
Yeah, bias confirmed. Yes, sir. Bias confirmed. We'll make sure he never wears it again.
He's had it long enough. But
And are you sure Rhett's not interested in going to church anymore at all?
Because I found a great one.
Because I found a really great church for Rhett.
They do a comedy night, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's one of those 6'4" and over churches.
If
Big
you did
doors.
if you did a comedy thing where you went around and just tried to do comedy shows at every church you possibly could, that'd be fun.
Dude, honestly, I mean, they would the problem is they would dig through my past and then be like, wait a minute, this guy's fucking
Dude,
around.
all you have to do is say, "I'm sorry." And then you're fine.
Really?
Yeah.
That's easy. So Elliot, Blippy,
Yeah.
and this came up recently on DV actually, so it's crazy that we're like digging into it, but I'll tell you why I'm scared of Blippy right now. After we talk about this, Elliot, you remember the Harlem Shake?
Mm-hmm.
There's that. Do you
We
remember?
were at SourceFed. We were at SourceFed.
Yes, we were at SourceFed. And do you remember a particular Harlem Shake video that we would watch sometimes that we had to keep away from a lot of people because it was disgusting and terrible?
Nope, but I'm Google it right now.
Whoa, you don't remember?
Oh, Mike Falzone, 1 month ago, Mike Falzone, Kevin found the Blippy Harlem Shake video. The first thing that comes up is Instagram Mike Falzone.
That's why I'm scared, because the dynamic banter comes up when you talk about it
It's so funny.
on Google. And so
the
Blippy,
Blippy team has spent money and years trying to
Yes.
scrape this from the internet.
just wipe it from the internet. Because Blippy, you know who Blippy is, right, Elliot?
Not really.
Wow, popcorn. Okay, all right, guys. I mean, it's busy.
Wow. God.
So Blippi is like the number one like kids or one of the most popular kids programming creators,
He
entertainers on
literally
YouTube.
is like, I wouldn't say today's Pee Wee Herman, but he is like a
Yeah.
Blues Clues
Yeah.
semi-educational, like vlogging version of a children's show. Put your iPad on, but like this dude sells out stadiums now. Like,
Yeah, he's like Mr. Beast for like kindergarteners.
Oh, I remember now.
So
Okay.
now you remember. Because Joe, it's funny that you mentioned what you said because I also have made it a point. I don't know how true what you say about showing people that video is because I really can't
100%
imagine.
true.
Because I totally also do the same thing.
My
I'm like-
brother last week, I'm pretty sure, because I texted you guys, I was like, guys, Blippi is stopping at like my brother's police station. He's shooting something. And the first thing I said to hit my brother once he said that to me was, I go, show everybody the video. He goes, what video? So then I got to show my brother, and that was great.
No, wait,
Turns out-
what did he?
Turns out my brother's kids watch Blippi, so now they have that. And he does. My brother goes and he shows everybody the video. Context really quick for everybody listening that doesn't know. He does a Harlem Shake video where he's in a bathroom with his friend, butt naked on a toilet. It's a profile. And then when the beat drops, instead of just dancing, he shoots diarrhea shit all over his friend.
Like
just
blasts it.
him.
And his
then they
friend's
laugh.
wearing goggles, but it's
They
going
puke.
all over his face, and
What-
it's
what?
all
This was when he was Blippi. Explain this.
no. This
This
was
was
before
before.
Blippi.
This dude has been a
because
dude
Blippi is
that has been-
2014. Okay.
yeah, this
Yeah,
guy's
so
been trying
yeah.
to be famous and like forever, and he's
He
always
did
just
like
made
prank videos or something.
he's made calculated choices. And after all of his other stuff where he was this like pranky guy, he did some research. He was like, oh, kids like colors? Okay, so if I have this colorful outfit, da 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 da, and then he's like an evil genius. He made this thing that kids would love and it blew up. But he will always be Harlem Shake Blippi to me. And but anyways, my brother starts showing people like other people and like dads and moms that he works with. And Blip, it is like MAGA level refusal to look at reality. Everybody was like, that's not him. He would never.
Wait, really?
That's AI. That's not
no.
Blippi. Nobody
That's
would believe
pre-AI,
him.
you
It
idiot.
was crazy. Nobody would believe him. It was nuts.
Wait,
We're all gonna
Okay.
go crazy.
that's all right. That's all right because we know the truth. We know the truth, and
We know what we saw.
I know what I saw numerous times.
But you know, Elliot, there was a time between when he released that Harlem Shake video and becoming Blippi where you couldn't find that video on the internet at all. You couldn't
It's-
find it anywhere.
I don't think I can still find. I'm finding people.
It's hard to
talking about it.
find. It's hard to find, but we were able to find it pretty quickly. Well, Kevin found it pretty quickly, but and I showed it to Mike, and we looked at it. We talked about it on DB, but it's one of those things where it's easier now to find it than it was before. But before, all you could find were people talking about it.
They
Do you remember
successfully
seeing that? And
scraped
people
it.
remembered seeing it.
Yeah, man. They got rid of it.
But they totally got rid of it. Like they put real money behind that shit. Cause you can imagine what it must cost to like remove that video from like all over the internet.
Now,
Because then his Blippi money was on the line. And then you can't have that coming back to haunt you. And there were some articles about it too, I think.
I like to
well,
think
it's
I
like
can find stuff.
officially on his wiki now. Like it is now like it wasn't for the longest time, but it is now officially attached. And there's one like whatever. He crapped on his friend.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Who
I mean,
among?
come
Who
on,
among?
The funniest part to me is that if you watch the video, despite its deplorability, I don't think there's many videos out in the world where you see more joy on somebody's face.
It does look like they're it's like when we would do some stuff we knew we weren't supposed to be doing, but we would crack up so hard laughing
Yeah.
about it.
Yep.
And then, you know, but man, that video, like I'll never forget that video because it really went to a place where I would never be willing to go. Like that's my limit.
Well, we can only judge it so much too, because I think it's funny. I just laugh at the juxtaposition of where he was and what he is now and what he stands for. And I just see through like the transparent like money grab of everything that he ever done. Like, I don't believe in the mantra. Maybe he believes in it now. However, I can't judge him for crapping on his friend, because if that happened in a Jackass movie, I would have been like, "This is the funniest, coolest thing that's ever happened."
But it's the equivalent of Steve-O becoming a squeaky clean children's TV host, like after all the Jackass stuff, in a way.
But it's not. It's because he doesn't own it, right? Like, because he doesn't own it, I think it's bullshit. Because he tried to scrap it and like act like he didn't Harlem shit on somebody.
Yeah, don't act like you didn't Harlem shit on somebody. That's one of my mottos.
I want to go to a Blippi show and just like be the only person there without a kid and wait for him to come out backstage.
Shit on me.
What is the shit? Talk about the shit. What was that? What happened? No. Why are you ignoring it?
I want to be the disgruntled tech guy that like he's gonna quit and he just drops the song in the middle of the show.
Or
what if you went first thing and you got front row, but you just wore goggles, like
and then you just stare at him. And you no clapping, no laughing.
And you have like you have a big tarp and it just says splash zone.
And you're dressed exactly like he is or his friend is in that video.
This says this is an article from 2019. It says kids YouTube star Blippi quote regrets the viral video in which he poops all over his friend. Before he was Blippi, a Mr. Rogers for the YouTube age, he was Steezy Grossman and he pooped on his friend.
Steezy Grossman.
And I will say there's a fancy term called enantiodromia. It's a Greek term, and it's the tendency of things to turn into their opposite. What an example.
Joe, you got to send that to your brother, and your brother has to show that to those people that were not believing it.
Fake news, dude. Fake news.
Because he even admitted that he regrets it.
Fake news. Dude,
that's AI saying
the veil of ignorance has just gotten so much thicker in the last like freaking just 2 weeks. I was watching one of those every once in a while I'll get those like young commentators about politics and stuff, and there's this blonde kid that has this podcast show now where he takes callers in and he just kind of tries to logistically eviscerate MAGA followers. And
who is this?
I forget his name. He's just this young blonde kid.
Yeah, I was watching a kid called Framing Logic or something.
Yeah, it's probably the same thing. But anyways, he likes to like try to catch these callers in logic, traps. And he'll be like, "Do you think somebody that is a borderline pedophile should be president?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "What? Yes, you do." And then he'll play a clip of Trump. So he played a clip of Trump talking about how he would just like infiltrate the room of the pageants even though he shouldn't, and like it was okay.
Oh yeah, and hang out backstage and be a weird creepy judge.
So he plays the clip and he goes, "Gotcha, so you do think somebody that's a pedophile should be president and not killed," or something crap like that. And the guy's like, how do I know that's not AI? So now that is, and he was serious, even though that clip is 30 years old or whatever, and he was dead serious. And I was like, oh, like the confirmation bias now is there's always an excuse forever now. Like,
well, it's almost like they want AI to be a big thing so that they could just forever hide behind AI at this point. Because did you guys see they're releasing some Epstein thing? Did you hear about this Epstein thing?
Oh, the surveillance footage?
The FBI or CIA or whatever is going to finally release some video that proves that Epstein did kill himself. But everyone's like, well, why do it now when AI is so good that you could fool us? And apparently the video doesn't actually show the act, but it shows how he could have done it. And it shows like everything. It's surveillance of that. And you see it up until the act. So, and I guess like, for obvious reasons. But everyone's talking about, like, first of all, the whole AI thing. And then the other thing is that, like, this big did Epstein kill himself thing. The whole thing isn't even about did the government make him do it or did he do it. It's about how did he do it when he was on extreme surveillance, under extreme surveillance. He was on suicide watch.
Right. Yeah, I
it,
was watching this or listening to this podcast that I didn't realize was like it was. Well, I knew it was old, but it ended up that it had been recorded. I think like 2 days after the Epstein news broke of him quote unquote killing himself. And this guy is like the late Michael Brooks, rest in peace. And he was like, you don't want to like go down the conspiratorial rabbit hole because it's really detrimental a lot of times. But maybe this is one of those instances where we should just let the conspiracy theorists have this one because it still doesn't make like when it was so fresh then, like that him going through it, I was like, he's like, yeah, well, are we not allowed to say something seems like shady about this?
I know.
Like it's a
now,
you think it's so beyond the pale that this guy who rode around with celebrities and the most powerful people in the world on a plane with minors wouldn't have people that would want him dead, like,
right? And would pay incredible amounts of money to have him silenced. That's the whole thing. It's like it's the same with the JFK shit. Like you follow the paper trail and the rabbit hole of JFK stuff, and you're like, well, obviously this guy was up to some shit that just activates conspiracy thoughts in your head because he was doing things that a large portion of the country of the powers that be didn't agree with.
Yeah.
And could be a huge disaster for the military industrial thing.
Now, I just want the video to be released and have it be the Blippi video, but it's Epstein on the toilet and then Trump down on the floor.
Yeah.
Or it's a Harlem Shake video. It's him in his cell going, and then when the drop hits, he's just.
What bothers me about the Blippi thing is like I've seen now like 3 people talking about it, and each one is like it's really easy to find. And I pride myself on being able to be a little bit of a sleuth, and I don't know what my SEO must be off or something.
Yeah, I think we need to take the crown away.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, that's how I feel. I will hand it over.
We're gonna let him
willingly.
keep the pop culture.
Why are you fighting me? Why are you fighting me?
No. But listen, you can keep the tech kid crown. Like he doesn't know how to use the internet. He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Guys, really quickly, switching gears, I went to see a film called The Matrix at this place in Inglewood. I think it's Inglewood. Is it Inglewood? Where's the SoFi Stadium? Is Inglewood? So it's over by the SoFi Stadium. It's like in an area that they're really trying to make a cool, like, touristy kind of destination.
I think the word that you're looking for is gentrified.
That's correct. And, because it's a scary, Inglewood is a scary.
Give your liberal crown back to Joe.
But anyway, they open up this thing called COSM.
QUASM.
It's called
we're gonna workshop that name.
I know. And it's this like it's kind of like the Dome in Vegas, but it's like a smaller version. And inside of it, they play sporting events, and our friend Matt Robb went and saw some WrestleMania thing there. And in his like videos that he posted on his Instagram, it looked like he was actually at like a WrestleMania show.
It becomes very immersive.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, that looks really good. Like, I know it's a dome or whatever, but it looks really good. It looks like you're there. So I finally got an opportunity to check out this dome, and they were showing The Matrix. I guess it's the 25th anniversary.
Insane,
and I know. But they utilized the entire dome for the movie, and the middle of the screen as the widescreen movie. And then the whole rest of the dome, which goes like even behind your head above you, has like these 3D rendered like things that match what you're seeing in the movie. And it's not AI, it's like actually 3D modeled rendered stuff that teams of people made. And it's really fucking cool because you can tell when something's AI. And I don't think AI can do like ultra 4K, 8K, like crisp, like 160 frames or whatever the fuck it was, some kind of HFR shit, but it looked like it required like a lot of rendering time because you're like there's scenes where they're in the subway in the Matrix and the whole rest of the like dome is like you're in a subway and you look over to the side and you see the exit like out of the subway and it looks like something you could just walk over to and exit out of. Like that's how fucking cool it looks. And there's like trains going by and like everything's dynamic and crazy. Like during the helicopter scene where they're up on the building, they have these like skyscrapers going up into the dome and it was incredible, guys. It was
sounds
really
like better than the 4D thing that you guys do.
dude, 1,000,000,000%. I'm thinking about all these theater gimmicks and all these things that are an attempt to get people to come to the movie theater and pay $30 for a fucking movie ticket. And I'm like, this is the best of the gimmicks. Like, forget the moving chairs. It doesn't work for me.
Well, am I mistaken? Did Matt say they even did more stuff with it too, though? Like they brought things out at certain times of
yeah,
the movie?
yeah. So it's like it's a dining experience, and they brought out like themed movie to the Matrix like food. Like they brought out these noodles that. There's one scene in the movie where they're like driving through some neighborhood, and Neo goes, "That's a really good noodle place," and so that's why we got noodles. But then there's that like famous steak scene where he like knows he's not. They brought a steak, dude. Come get free steak, Joe. Come get free steak.
We did that with like the eat and film thing with the themed food with Shrek.
Oh yeah,
and that was really, really great. That was in LA somewhere, and it was like the theming of the food is so cute, and
yeah,
all
like
of a sudden you're like
that.
eating this feast when Shrek's eating the feast, and
yeah, I like it. I like that.
Now,
I like
when that in the movie
stuff.
when they like extract the metal thing from his belly button, they do that to you too.
They
right?
do. They come out and they inject gruel into your belly button.
Yeah, and then they come out and they poop on you.
They do poop on you. The Harlem Shakes display, and they fill the entire dome. The dome is filled with that Blippy video.
I literally just got an email from COSM while we were talking, and they're showing the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals there as well. So you go there and you're immersed in it. If I remember what Matt was saying when he went for the WWE thing, they have a live switcher at the dome, and they're not just like playing what's on the television. They have a live switcher that also has access to the cameras at
and they switch the camera angles.
So you're watching a different version based off of the technical direction of the person at the dome to, I think, best have it for your watching
immersion
there. So super fascinating. I do want to try it.
It looks really expensive, and the CEO came out and he was talking about the whole experience, and then they did this like Q&A afterwards that I had to skip, but it looked really expensive to make, and I just don't know. Like, I if you like The Matrix, it's like an incredible way to see it.
Genuinely cannot wait.
I'm telling you, like I've never wanted. I've been invited to these things before, and there are opportunities to do it again within the preview period. From the whoever invited you. I could easily be like, hey, I'd love to go to another one. And I never do that. But in the middle of the movie, I just turned to Matt and I was like, I think I want to go to the other one too. Can I come to the other one? Because and it's not even that expensive. It's like $30 to $50 for like better seats, but there's no bad seats.
Too. You're getting food.
And it comes with food. Yeah, it comes with the food experience. So it's like only like $15 to $20 more than just going to see a movie. It's like kind of like how 4DX is a little more expensive, but I feel like this is way better.
iPick is like expensive, but you pay for the food separate, and then you got a smaller screen.
Yeah. I think it's gonna blow those places out of the water.
Do you think you would? Do you want to sit? Will you sit next to? Do you want to sit next to Grace and me?
I would love to sit next to Grace and you.
That's cool.
I'm bringing Haley. My girlfriend's coming. Get to meet her.
Oh, great! I'm so excited.
Isn't that wonderful?
There's no way. You've never?
I've never met her, dude.
No.
I hung out with Steve and I were at an event. It was like, when was the time I saw Steve?
I know.
Steve and I have seen each other in person.
Wild. Crazy.
I mean, I've seen Joe more.
he's been around, but if I see him there, oh, I'm out of there, baby. I'm not gonna go.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, yeah, because
Let's
because I'm
bail.
coming for your crown. I'm coming for your
He's
crown.
coming for my crown, and we gotta go. This guy's crazy.
You're like, this guy knows a lot of shit about pop culture, but he ain't got nothing on me.
And if we know anything about Steve's lady, she loves crowns. She gonna
She
fall the
loves
crown.
crowns.
Dude,
So-
Joe, like, I will say that when we left the party the other night, Nick Hamilton's thing, go buy his book, Sipsy Doozy. Grace was like, "Who was that guy that Steve was hanging out with?"
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Owen," and she was like, he was wonderful. Like,
Aw.
what a whimsy guy. He was so funny, and I was like, "Yeah, he's great." It was very
Owen
sweet.
has transitioned into like such a better person overall since completely cutting off the like news cycle.
Oh,
He
really?
just-
Did say that. He did say that
He
just stopped, like-
decided to cut off the whole like doom scrolling aspect of his life, and he's like so much happier and filled with more joy.
When
how
Owen's
did he
at-
do?
Oh, go ahead, Elliot.
Yeah, I was just like, how did he do that?
I think he got rid of Twitter and he didn't use Instagram or anything else, so he doesn't do any social media, and he just doesn't go looking for
Yeah.
anything.
The dude just like floats now. When you see him, it's almost he just kind of like glides through.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing all right. He's doing all right. I think that's high marks for Owen. Like, he doesn't come out very often either, and we'll just sit around and nerd out about movies and stuff. But I'm glad that he charmed Grace. I love that.
Yeah. I was like, easy.
Yeah, hey. Don't worry, he's not coming to the Matrix thing, okay?
Good.
But I will say one more thing about the Matrix thing. So it blew my mind. I was like, perfect movie to do this with. And so I was thinking, what the fuck is next for these guys? And Matt actually asked the CEO, like, what are you doing next? Like, what movie do you have planned next? And they were like, we don't really know. We don't have anything lined up. But they were like, but we want to like take suggestions from people and listen to people who have been watching in these preview things to see if anybody has any ideas, like whatever. And I was thinking, dude, imagine just the possibilities are endless now. And I'm someone that loves these fucking movies. I love old movies. Dude, I love going to the movie theater and seeing movies and shit. But listen, for me, if you're like, dude, there's a screening of like, Ghostbusters at this old theater, 35 millimeter at 11 p.m. When I was like 17, I was like, fuck yeah, I want to see Ghostbusters on the big screen. But now I'm like, you can't really get me out to see a movie I have on Blu-ray. I can watch it on, like, some of them I even have 4K. This can do it. This does it. It makes me want to rewatch all of my favorite movies this way.
Okay, so Matrix really works because it's Matrix, and I think there's a lot of fun ways to do it. Everybody has to do a pitch one movie.
Okay.
I'll start.
Okay.
Tropic Thunder.
Oh, I love it. I think that's perfect.
Tropic Thunder would be awesome.
Perfect. Because you can do all the jungle stuff, and you can have like all the planes and the shoot
explosions.
Dude, I love it.
And it's a fun movie, and it's like not as heavy as something like freaking Saving Private Ryan or Apocalypse Now. I think Tropic Thunder would be so light and fun and bright.
Yeah, dude, throw Predator in there. Predator would be
a good one too.
Incredible. Just all the jungle stuff, and you could have like the Predator like kind of run by, and you see like that effect. Dude, come on,
Alien.
Oh God, I want it.
Sunshine.
I have a good one.
Oh my God, Sunshine! Holy shit!
Little Miss or
I mean, fuck it, 2001: Space Odyssey. Like a fucking
Little Miss.
I'm Little Miss. Give me a Little Miss. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh my God!
He goes through that tunnel.
Oh
Come on,
God!
He's in. All of a sudden, you're in Toontown.
Oh man,
dude,
can you even imagine?
Okay, Disney needs to open one of these in downtown Disney and exclusively show Disney movies. Then show like, classic animated ones, new live action ones. Dude, Prince money. I'm telling you, man, all these tourists, and especially people that are like maybe can't afford to go into Disneyland, but go to downtown Disney and get a little dinner or whatever. That's something that would absolutely rival going into Disneyland and, maybe going on one ride or two because it's so packed. Might as well just fucking go $50, see a fucking Disney movie in a dome.
We went to City Walk to see Mission Impossible. It was like one of the few theaters that had space, and boy, did it have space. And we went into City Walk, and Grace was like, "Should we come here more?" Or she was like, "We should come here more often." And I was like, "Should we?" Like, this. Look around. I was like, "There's no one here."
Maybe that's why she wanted to go.
Have you been to City Walk when it's not completely empty? And also, did you know City Walk was what they used to design like so many other places?
Really?
And it was originally inspired by, I think Fremont Street was inspired by City Walk.
And that's interesting. I do get a Fremont Street vibe there.
Downtown Disney.
That's really awesome. And
or I'm getting mine.
Wasn't there like a City Walk in Florida before there was one here?
Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe they did that and then they tried to just cram one into.
I remember wanting one here so bad, and then they announced they were bringing it here, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Yep. And I like it. It's a good date spot, but when it's packed, it's like unmanageable.
It's miserable.
Miserable.
However, there is like if you like don't live here and like you move here from far away, like I did, and you go to City Walk for the first time, it's like you're like, oh wow, this is why people come to Hollywood.
Yeah,
it's really
dude.
cool.
The pro move we would do when they opened Voodoo Donuts over there was we would get Voodoo Donuts and bring them into the theater and just see a movie and have some donuts. I mean, and those are good fucking donuts.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Have you seen the place now that's like everything's chocolate?
I haven't gone in it yet, but Matt Robb said that it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a chocolate guy, as a matter of fact. Oh, one last thing, and then let's get the fuck out of here. Elliot, what'd you think of Mission Impossible?
Long movie. Fun.
Long and fun.
It's like there's a thing that you got to get before a certain time, and you got to combine it with another thing before a certain time, and
and you got to plan it.
Grace was like this. Spoiler: there's a part where someone's got to grab something, believe it or not, really quickly, and
it seems impossible.
Grace and I were like, "Yeah, the world's blowing up if that's our responsibility."
Oh, dude, same.
Like perfect timing of like never gonna happen.
Yeah. There's some good moments in there.
Yeah,
Owen was pretty pissed off. Owen was pissed off because he likes the Mission Impossible movies, and he was like, "There's no fucking twist. There's
definitely no twist. It is literally like."
Maybe the twist is there's no twist.
There's no mask that comes off, and
there's a couple of them, but it wasn't. They didn't lean into it.
Yeah,
because we've seen it a billion times. So you guys want the same shit over and over again?
Are you doing Sudoku, Joe?
No, I'm just
Joduko.
I'm doodling.
Can we see?
Filling in the white letters on Jackson's name.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I just wrote the word QUASM.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for listening. I got to go see this new Wes Anderson movie. It's the only place where I can feel joy.
Yeah. I hope it's good, man. Let us know how it is. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Thanks, man. I'll see you on Tuesday. Joe, you should try to come, man.
I'm going to be sleeping in Elliott's bed on Tuesday.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, we'll be there, but he'll be there too.
Yep.
Well, you're missing out, buddy.
Yeah. I know. Do the Harlem.
I'm going to find that video.